today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Washington football team.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll throw from the gun, eluding the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
At the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
to throw on 3rd down. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
from the 38. Jones. That'll be complete to Cook.
Jones pass.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
No gain.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
24 yards.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Washington.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 27.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Two straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And Tate's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Hunt. He stiff arms him. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This will be caught at about the 6.
The pass. Complete to Steven Sims.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. As they've got it, facing 3rd and a yard. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
A loss of 8 yards.
Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Makes the score Giants 4.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
6-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Gibson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. you've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Now Hunt. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And this is now a 1-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Barkley on the handoff.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Washington 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is Gibson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
To Terry McLaurin.
Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Giants' 4-yard line.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
18. Washington 13.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for
an incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Throwing again. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Jones pass.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, Sims, complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll begin with a couple of teams that have represented the NFC in the Super Bowl in recent years. Atlanta playing host to visiting Philadelphia. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head over to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Andy Dalton has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick from the 6. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6-yard line.
Now the second down throw on target. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 14. And a Washington first down.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second
and 9 now.
The 42-yard line.
Johnson with a completion over the middle.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
First down, Washington.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A gain of 8. Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end.
Complete to Gerald.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. Hot route, so to speak.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
The pass.
Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
And goal, Washington.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Down at the 4-yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now he'll pull it down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
It's now third and less than a yard.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Joe Judge makes the decision. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Giants on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Gibson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Gibson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their
own. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now a throw here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
22 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Furl, that got in there to bring him down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Caught right side, Tate. They got 29 yards that time. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Again, it's Barkley. Second down. Here's an option right. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants,